Welcome to the first video on 10.5.40. I'm Nathan Paul Womack, and I'll be your host and guide as we take a look at how to run a comprehensive report to get the specifics of your computer. Why? Because knowing what you already have can save you time and money by giving you the information you need that make things run more efficiently. I'll even be so bold as to say that this single tip could show you how to save 4 hours next year. In this video, you're going to discover where to go to quickly answer technical questions about the components and software of your computer. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to know the specifics, and it does mean that you will now know where to go to get them. I use a lot of analogies when I talk about technology, and for this instance, I'll use a light switch. I've got no idea how electricity works, but I do know that if I flip a light switch, the room gets brighter. Now, knowing about the technical details comes in handy when you're wondering if software is compatible, or if you have the right port for a peripheral, like a mouse, a monitor, or a printer. It also comes in handy if you're trying to troubleshoot an issue. Knowing this information will also help you understand if you're vulnerable to security risks by helping you know where to look to find out if your antivirus is up to date. By the time this video is over, you'll be able to quickly and easily generate this comprehensive report showing you the up-to-date specifics of your computer. With that said, let's get started. The tool that we're going to use to run this report is made by a company called Belarc, and it's free. I use this tool as a first step when working with clients to help them get to know the details of their Windows-based computer. Now, some of my clients don't know about the size of their computer's hard drive or how much free space they've got on it. They don't know about the size or speed or type of RAM that they have, and the worst, they don't know about all of the applications that are loaded on it, like all those free applications that come when you buy the new computer. To get your machine running as fast as possible, we need to know what your machine has in terms of software and hardware. And even if you're not the primary caregiver of your machine, meaning that you have someone else helping you with your tech, you'll often benefit from being able to give a detailed information about the make, the model, the version, the components. I mean, have you ever been at one of those big box stores looking for a computer or something, and you've been asked a question from one of the workers that left you cross-eyed, and then you got that, duh, you don't know anything about technology look staring back at you? Well, we're going to eliminate that embarrassment forever. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this Belarc report. So let's go there now, www.belarc.com. Hovering over the free download tab, we're able to get a personal copy of the Belarc software. If you click on that, after it downloads, run the program to install it on your computer. Installation is fairly straightforward. It might ask you to update the database, so go ahead and do that. When the application is loaded, it will then run, and your customized report is produced for you. After it runs, the tool provides this comprehensive, printable report of every detail of your machine. It notes information about the operating system, the processor, the drives that are in use, the RAM, the printers. Then it moves on to software, noting which versions of the security products you have, including antivirus, anti-malware. It notes what version of Microsoft Office you have, or OpenOffice if you have that. It lists out every application that you have on your computer. And all this information is very easy to understand, even for the non-tech savvy of us. The report is formatted in such a way that each section is clearly labeled and sections are highlighted to allow quick navigation. So the next time you plan to meet with your tech support person, or if you're just wanting to get a solid sense of the current state of your computer, a Belarc system report is a great place to start. Now, for understanding how this report is going to help us with 10.5.40, take a look at the section of the report towards the bottom that says Applications. Do you see 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 that you have no idea about? Well, if you do, then I see an opportunity to save you time. In general, the more applications you have running, the slower your computer operates, especially if you have applications running at startup or in the background during normal operation. Applications require resources to run. So even if your computer is slowed down a little bit, that means that little pinwheel is spinning when it doesn't need to. And if that pinwheel spins for 5 seconds, 2 times an hour, that's over 1 minute a day in a work day that you're losing productivity. Might not seem like much, but when we 10.5.40 that's 10%, 1 minute. Of that 10 minutes, that's 10% of that 40 hours, or 4 hours a year. Now, there may be applications on your machine that you don't know of or haven't heard of, but that you do need. So we'll make sure that we don't delete anything that we need to keep. But understanding what applications are on the machine is a first step to keeping your machine running tip-top. In our next tip, we're going to go through how to properly remove the applications that you don't need.